It is no longer news that 10 people out of those who were arrested during the just concluded End Bad Governance protest were charged to court, but something shocking happened during their first trial. Now, during the court proceedings, 2 seconds bail, we discovered that these people were charged for treason, and everybody was like, how? Treason and protest? How does it relate? Protest that was fully backed by the law, how does it relate to treasonable offense? But that's not where I'm going, Now, as people were still trying to figure out what is going on, where the government is driving at, Aisha Yusuf has come out with another perspective. Now, do you remember that accusation that was made by Bayo Ononoga before this protest started, that Peter Obi should be held accountable? Now, Aisha Yusuf has come to elaborate on that, saying that this treasonable offense that these protesters were charged for was what exactly they prepared for Peter Obi. But thank God, he did not fall into their trap. In fact, you need to listen to this. Listen to Aisha Yusuf and let me know what you think on the comment section.
This Tinubu illegitimate government is the dumbest of all that have ever tried to govern Nigeria. We've had a lot of dumb governments. We have a lot of government incompetent, clueless, inept, failed government. But this Tinubu's illegitimate government has taken it to another level. They've carried protesters and they say that they are charging them for treason. What is treasonable about coming out to protest that you are hungry? It's not just that. There was a tweet I saw someone did, and I was like, oh my goodness, yes, that was it. And this is, let me look for that tweet. The person said, from the whole treason brouhaha, you can already tell what the plan was. Peter Obi understood all the gimmicks and made a fool of them. This was Saidu Imran. His handle is at Saidu_IM. It was when I saw his tweet, I was now like, okay, it's true. Do you people remember when Bayo Nanuga came out to say that Peter Obi was the one that was sponsoring End Bad Governance protest? You forgot him, ba? Let me remind you. Bayo Nanuga came out to do his tweet as usual. That's supposed to be SS something. He's the special advisor on strategy. Came out to do that tweet. And then Peter Obi did it. Peter Obi's lawyer wrote to him and warned him. I told, those law term, whatever that they usually would do. And there was, how many billion was it that otherwise they were going to sue him for how many billion? People were like talking. I know a lot of people were insulting Peter Obi. There's one from a particular camp. I'm not going to mention the camp, but you figure out that camp. Oh, you are a coward. You are this. You are that. I'm like, if he's the one that sponsored, he will come out with his chest. Peter Obi is the kind of person that he will not even sponsor anything and tell you to go there. He will be the one. He will just come out and be on the seat. It's you people that will know whether you will join him or you will not join him. From the little I've known of him, that's the kind of person he is. So it's not going to be hiding somewhere and be pushing people to go and protest on his behalf or whatever. Someone that never, even when people were eager to enter the street after his election, after they stole his election, was like, no, leave that. Then you now come. But now you can see that they already had a plan. And the plan was to get everything and anything that they can use to hold Peter Obi. That either arrest him, if they can't arrest him, invite him or take his passport away from him or make him not. Because the man is here. The man is influencing in Nigeria. He's influencing outside Nigeria. It's not the one that like Tinubu. I'm seeing one story. I'm going to check that story and bring that amebo to you, because that one will really be an overvekuve amebo. That Tinubu went to China and it was his own people that exported him to China. Most of the people were his own people that were now welcoming him into China. The president did not send anything, and then they are using other past Nigerian presidents that had gone to China. And if the president, what do they call that? Is it premier of China? The president of China welcomed him, those presidents themselves. They have not really checked the news. But when I check the news, trust me, I will carry and control the Vancouver news. But anyway, this one now, the focus is on the fact that this is what they planned on. So they were looking for something to be able to rig, Peter Obi in and say treason. And now they are charging people for treason, for coming out to protest. When did protest become a crime? When did it become a treasonable felony? Hey, you know when they say someone is bereft of everything, this is the person people were calling master strategist. Because in 1991, he had Obasanjo's policies that will cover him and made Lagos to make money. He was hiding other Obasanjo's policies and like, oh, Lagos is this, there's a master plan, 20-year master plan. And no wonder he was angry when Fashola was doing so much more better than him. To the extent they wanted to vote at Fashola was not supposed to get a second term until the people of Lagos stood up and like, this man, he has worked. That's why he never likes anybody to outshine him. So it's like, this will be the one that will only be master strategies and whatever. Now they have a plan. The plan doesn't work. And instead of them to abort the plan, at least when you're doing something doesn't work, you abort it. No, they have to continue. They've looked for innocent citizens that they are now charging for treason. Treason or treasoning. Treason. That is punishable by death. So coming out to protest against an illegitimacy. It's now a treasonable offence. Oh God. Let me come to Fiji. Let me even read direct from this thing. Our Foundation for Investigative Journalism has this to say: 10 end bad governance protesters whose death the government seeks to remain in prison. Because when you charge them for treason, that's what you're saying. Someone that I don't even know how to explain treason in the most simplest of ways. Someone that is against the state, I want to sort of like topple the state or destroy the state kind of a thing. That's what it is. And the penalty, the punishment is usually death. 10 young people who are hungry came out to say they are hungry. That's what Tinubu is feeling like a G about going after. The Federal High Court in Abuja has ordered the remand of Michael Tobiloba Adaramoye, aka Lenny, one of the conveners of the nationwide End Bad Governance protest, and 9 others in prison following charges of treason, an offence punishable with death brought against them. Justice Emeka Wite, who gave the order on Monday, said the protesters should be incarcerated at the Kuje Correctional Center and the Suleja Correctional Center. Prosecutors claim that the protesters plan to overthrow the federal government. And the prosecutors are not ashamed of themselves. This particular judge is not ashamed. The judiciary is not ashamed of itself. That it's allowed itself to be not only coward, it's allowed itself to be hijacked, to be imprisoned, to be used anyhow for all sorts of manner of things. How are you saying protest that is allowed, that is constitutionally allowed? Constitution is the highest document in Nigeria. It allows protest. These people did their protest, they left, and you are coming to now charge them for treason. If you want to overthrow government, is it by peaceful protest they do it? And even if the protest was Tinubu must go, it is allowed. You will peacefully come out and say Tinubu must go. There's a legitimate way to overthrow not even whether it's the government or whatever, by coming out and protesting en mass and refusing to leave the street until the person resigns. Government do that. There's nothing wrong with it. Even if they were protesting Tinubu must go, talk less of the fact that they were coming out to say that end bad governance. They didn't say end Tinubu, they say end bad governance. So are they saying that bad governance is what the federal government is all about? Bad governance is what governance is all about? Or bad governance is what Tinubu's legitimate government is all about? All this judiciary, especially these judges that they use you anyhow, don't worry, we are all in Nigeria together. We will all suffer the suffer. You are not excluded though. You will all suffer the suffer.
Confirm. Now, if you go back to those accusations made by Bayo Ononuga, you'll be forced to ponder over what Aisha Yusuf was saying on this video. But nevertheless, share your thought with me on the comment section. Now, I hope this is not another strategy to stop protests in this country, because I don't actually understand what concerns protests with treason. But if you know any, let me know your thought. And you know the vibe now. Click on that subscribe button, follow and share for more updates. Because like this, we move.